Welcome back, everyone. Today we've got a little bit of an update video for you guys. Of course, I have got some PvP footage in the background so you guys can enjoy the fight on my new Necromancer build I've been working on. Now, we've got a lot to go over in today's episode, so we're going to start off with the first kind of big thing, and that is the website. Today, I guess, is the official launch of the website. It has been up for about a week and a half now, but I haven't done an official launch video until now because I did want to make sure that everything was running well, and I kind of got the hang of using this site and just putting new pages on it. So from this point forward, you guys can expect every single build that we do to be featured on the website, and that includes community featured builds as well. So a double bonus if you guys want to send in your build to be featured. You also get a feature on the site, and of course I provide links to your YouTube and Twitch channels on the website as well. But we have got much more than just builds on the site. It is a hub for all of my different social media, so you can find links to my Twitch, my YouTube, and my Twitter there, as well as the Patreon. And last but not least, we also have all of the top 5 episodes on there as well. And for things to come on the website, I am currently working on a bunch of guides for beginner players and just general PvP guides, and that's going to fill up a guides tab on the site. And then last but not least, I really want to have a large portion of the site that is dedicated to other community members. And this goes as far as maybe providing a place where other community members can post their YouTube videos, etc., giving people an all-in-one place access to a whole bunch of fantastic different ESO community members and the content that they make. So if you guys are interested in taking part in any of that, if you want to have some of your content featured on the website in a more permanent basis than just a build video, feel free to send me an email at KristoferESO@hotmail.com, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Now, the next big thing that I need to talk about, and especially in Dragonhold, is the performance. And this is more so for you console players, specifically my PS4 friends out there who have been dealing with the atrocious performance that PS4 specifically has had to endure, but all the servers right now are really bad. And this is something that I think ZeniMax is very aware of, and I think it's something that they're also starting to take a lot more seriously than they have in the past. I recently got an email from ZeniMax that led me to do a survey, and they asked me all kinds of questions related to my satisfaction with the game and game performance. So in my mind, the only reason that they would do a survey like this isn't because they don't understand that there's a problem, but because they need concrete evidence as developers or as the developer team to kind of bring to the shareholders and say, hey, we surveyed 10% of our population, and an overwhelming majority of them say the performance is so bad we might quit soon. So I think that it's something that hopefully we see an improvement for in the future. I don't want to say near future because honestly with ZeniMax, I don't think this will be a really timely thing, but it does seem to me like at least the money side of things, like the people with the money behind this company seem to understand that they can't keep doing things this way if they want to continue to be successful. And I kind of like that. I mean, honestly, they have just been really bad with the performance in this game, and I think a big issue is that the developers just aren't given the resources that they need to properly add and fix things in this game. And I think a great example of that is like, why aren't bugs properly taken out and tested? I don't think it's because the developers can't, it's because they have such a tight schedule and they're underfunded, they're under-resourced, they don't have the people they need to test things, so things just get pushed and pushed and pushed. And yeah, honestly, like I have to take a strong stance with the developers of this game and say that, you know, I'm happy that they work hard on this game and that they love it, because I think the big issue here is just the fact that they haven't been given those resources. But I would love to hear what you guys think. If anything, this email that maybe some of you guys got as well should be kind of a hint that, yeah, they are trying to get through to the shareholders here. So let me know in the comment section below. And of course, this brings me onto the topic of balance. And I did want to talk a little bit about balance in the Dragonhold patch. Now that I have been playing a little bit of Dragonhold, I took the first few weeks of Dragonhold off to spend time making the website and just to take a little bit of time to myself because the game was just so atrocious to play. Nowadays, I only play really early in the morning because the balance or the performance is so bad. As soon as the game fills up, it's just completely unplayable. So yeah, we're usually just doing that really early morning gameplay, but I have found that the balance this patch is actually pretty sweet. And when I say the balance is good, I'm talking specifically in class balance. I don't feel like there is any one class or spec that is way more powerful than others. There's definitely some that are very strong, and I know one that people will say is something like Magplar, definitely in a really strong spot this patch. But I have to say, like, the lowest tier, at least in Elsewhere for me, was Stamina Magicka Necromancer, and both of them feel a lot better this patch. So I think there are still better or worse classes, but I think the discrepancy between balance in the classes is nowhere near as bad as it used to be. Now, let's move on to the next part of balance, and that's not the class balance portion of things, that's more the tank meta. And this is something that with Dragonhold, I think a lot of us thought we'd see again, and this was just due to the big nerfs to the dot damage, is that the tank meta has kind of returned. We have a lot of really bulky opponents, and some are very difficult, if not almost impossible to kill by yourself. Now, I'm just going to start this by saying, hey, I'm not going to shame anybody for playing whatever build they want to play. If you want to play a tank build, that's absolutely fantastic. Play whatever build you like. If there is a discrepancy in balance, that falls on ZeniMax, not the players. So with that in mind, I would like to voice maybe not the most popular opinion, but just hear me out. I've talked to a lot of different endgame players, specifically PvP players, and their opinions on, you know, what could be done to kind of alleviate the tank meta. And the big thing that I hear across everywhere is that it's just too easy to build defenses that stack with each other. And that's things like champion points, percent reduction, stacking with your protection buffs, stacking with your armor values, etc. So maybe an interaction in the mathematics there could be changed to make it not as beneficial to stack as many defensive buffs. But I specifically have been looking at, you know, the statistic values of each individual piece of gear, or each individual piece of champion point, or whatever you get. And something that I've noticed specifically for PvP is that Impenetrable gives you so much critical resistance versus any other trait. It's almost a no-brainer to pick Impenetrable every single time. And I want to use the example of the Shadow Mundus, because recently I've been playing a lot with Shadow Mundus Divines builds, and if you go 7 Divines with the Shadow, you get a 6% damage bonus, and that's going to be the biggest damage bonus that you can get from Divines. 6% additional damage from just the Divines traits themselves, buffing up your Shadow Mundus. If you compare that to the Impenetrable value that 7 Impen gives you, you'll be getting over 1,500 critical resistance, which is going to be equal to around a 23% reduction in critical damage. So as it sits right now, you get literally 4 times the defensive bonus for picking Impen versus the best offensive trait option. And just to put this in perspective, back when the protective trait was really OP on jewelry, it provided double the defensive utility than the best offensive option. So yeah, the discrepancy in the gear traits honestly is massive, so I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. A big thank you again for tuning in and watching. Be sure to check out the website if you guys haven't already. Like I said, we'll be uploading every single build that we do to the website as well, so look forward to those written guides in the future. Be sure to check out my stream if you want to catch some live gameplay. We are sponsored by What the Fast. They're a VPN for gamers, free to try for the first 30 days in the link in the description below. And then last but not least, if you guys love the show and you want to help support it, you can always become a patron on Patreon. Without your help, I wouldn't be able to do this job, so thank you guys so much for helping. Thank you guys so much just for tuning in and watching today, and as always, have a great night, everyone.